Hello, my YouTube family. How you guys doing? Today is Sunday, and I'm having a date with myself. However, I have some realizations that I want to share with you guys. I'm not sure how many of you realize how fast the energy is shifting these days. Now, I like to journal, right? Like I have journals with me all the time. But these days, I have this weird feeling of that all the information coming to me, I have to share, not say have to, I feel called to share very quick, or either write down or share right away. But if I wait a little bit later, when I open my journal, it's like the feeling of I do not even know where to start. It's not to say I do not know how to journal. It's like I've been journal like last 2 years. I have 20 journals with me. But these days, the energy is different. Like a lot of information, it will not even wait for you to hold on to write down. It's like the information come in, need to get out right away. Instead of before, you can, wait. Or I have realization, I need to write down, and later I'm gonna relate on that. And I realized that these days, like all the information come in, I just get it out super quick. Not get it out, I share it. I make a post, I make a video, I make the things just share with the world. And once I try to sit down, open my journal, I was like, I don't even know what to write down. It just goes so quick. And the feeling of, if you are not at that moment, the moment is so quick now. Like before, you have a realization, the moment probably gonna last like 2 days. You are in this realization. Now the realization only lasts 2 hours. Then move on, and next drop in, move on, drop in, move on. So this is one of the things I want to share with you guys, that energy is shifting so fast. Now from there, I also realized that because the realization goes in very quick, also means the healing are occurring on a very fast pace. This is a perfect time if you want to do some inner child work, shadow work, trauma work, because the energy going to help you to move through things so fast that if you're willing to feel certain things, if you know how to dive into do what and work with that current, you're going to get out of that emotional state. But not saying just put away. You won't put away anymore. It's like you face it. You realize what's the lesson. You learn from that, and you move on to next one. So really ride with the wave. So I want you to invite you guys to think about the energy is like the best example I can find is the surfing, right? I think it's called surfing, right? It is that sport that you ride in, like behind the boat. It's called surfing. But if not, correct me, okay? Because I'm not very good at a water thing. But in my mind, it's like, surfing, like a big wave, right? So when the wave comes, you only have few seconds to decide whether you're gonna ride with that wave, go with that current, or you're not. You do not have 2 days to decide. You do not have 2 minutes to decide. When in front of the wave, you either gonna take it or you take the next one. Or when you think about when you get on the highway, right? At that specific moment, you either you're gonna go in with the traffic, or you're gonna wait for the next wave. The time for you to respond is very short. Now, the energy wave right now is just like that. Like you need to either you hop on that train, hop on that wave, and you have no idea that wave gonna take you up and down, how far gonna take you. However, that moment you are like, you cannot even think about where the wave gonna take you to. You just that moment give you 1 second or half second is I either gonna go with it or I'm gonna just lay back until the next wave. And this is the second part I want to share with you guys. And the third part is, the very calm ocean, right? If the ocean is calm, there's no big wave, you cannot have deeper or more of an intense ride with that wave, which means the wave cannot get you as far as as you want to. So what I'm talking about is you do not want to, not say do not want to. It's better when you have the waves, you ride the waves, the current, this frequency, because I use wave is because you can see, but our vibration is also this wave. Now the wavelength is shorter, which means intense, which means each moment gonna feel shorter. The time it feels shorter, which means you feels like one day you can put so many things inside, and you only can go by moment by moment. What I'm talking about here is, if you can catch my train of thoughts, if that's what I'm talking about, everything goes so fast that if you don't catch it, it's gone. So when we do the energy work, healing work, you want to ride with the wave, the calm, beautiful ocean, beautiful. Now, however, it's so slow, smooth, right? 2 or 3 years ago, when you do the inner child work or things like that, you are in a smooth ride. It hits you and it give you 2 weeks or even 2 months to integrate that. Then have another wave hit you, and you go like that. Now you guys have like, I don't know, 2 hours, 2 days to integrate whatever the things hit you. If you do not integrate that, or you didn't even have time to know what's going on, there's another wave hit you. So you gotta take the advantage of those wavelengths. If you know what you're doing, if you know why things happen to you this intense, you're gonna love it. You're gonna enjoy it. It's just like a fast speed of let's say, let me put another sports. You know, the soccer player, they will train for the, put those cones on it, right? They will do zigzag like that. Or those skateboarder or roller skater, that they will go around the cones, right? Because they need this fast pace to actually move through. If they're too slow, they're gonna knock down the cones. That's what I'm talking about. If you know what game you are in, if you know what wave you are riding, if you know what frequency you are on, you just like this roller skater that knows have faster response and enjoy the ride, because you want to pick up speed. Then once you pick up this speed, you on this healing journey, you will realize actually it's not that hard to dive into these places, and actually it's not that painful, because pain is because you are in the way. So when you remove it out of the way, surrender, allows this frequency current to take you to, you will realize that even though it's fast, even though it's like you don't have much time to experience, but when you stay present, actually that ride is very beautiful. Okay. And last thing I want to address is, I have to combine those things in one video, because if I don't say what I want to say right now, later it will be gone. So the last thing I want to say is, you might feel hard, the more spiritual you become, you will feel like you have less friend. And also you will less friend in the 3D human perspective, is which means you have more alone time, right? Less friend, more alone time. And a lot of time it's harder for you to be on a spiritual journey, is because you understand that certain scenario, you are not allow yourself to fall back into this older reality or older pattern. And I want to invite you to think about that. It's a path, but there's a lot of pothole or pit hole, whatever you guys call it, pit hole or pothole. Now this pit hole and pothole are those older patterns, older situations that a lot of people are still in it. Now you, as the one that walk your path, the more you stay on your path, the more you're aware of this pothole or pit hole, that you know that you're not supposed to, or you don't feel called to go to this pit hole or pothole, which is you don't fit in those scenarios, the situations, this dynamic, because majority are in the pit hole or pothole. And then there's a certain amount of people are on own paths, but they are spread out. So that's why it's so hard for you to sometimes find somebody totally understand you. Those are the people on the same path, but since the population, the percentage is so less compared to the mass, the major mass, they are in this pit hole or pothole. So the less population are on this path that knowing what's going on, but they are not choosing to fall back in this old patterns or limiting beliefs. So you will tend to feel lonely because we all spread out and we are all on different journey of our spiritual path. So I just want to honor you, the reason why you might want to be alone, you're willing to be alone, but also we are human, right? So when this feeling hit us, if you're not aware, you're gonna, wow, this is really hard. It is hard. Being spiritual is not easy on certain degree. Being spiritual actually is strengthens you a lot to really know who you are, where you're at, and to really stay in your alignment is not easy. It's actually, stay awake is harder than fall asleep, right? You fall asleep, you're sometimes driving. It's so tired. I know it's so easy to fall asleep, you just close your eyes, then you're gonna crash. It's the hard part is to stay vigilant, stay alert, have this awareness to move through life. And also play with that awareness and use that awareness to get you to the place where you want to go. But there is no one destination. It just, you keep sharpen that awareness to understand this matrix. You are in this matrix, but you are not part of this matrix. And you use those awareness, use the 3D reality to reflect back, to manifest, to calling in what you try to anchor in on this 3D planet. Okay, so I know there's a lot of information content in this video. There are 4 different parts. So let me know. Write a comment back to me to let me know, is there any of the situation that I mentioned in this video for 5 different parts that you resonate with, and what's your experience, where are you at right now, how do you feel right now? And if you feel this video can benefit it for other people, please like, comment, and share with other people. And also subscribe to this channel, gonna help me to grow, not grow as whatever thing, is grow as the more and more people can pick up this energy. We are still playing the human game, which is algorithm, which I don't really understand, but I just understand it like I have this intention there to calling in the souls that align with this frequency. So if you happen to watch this video, which means it's not a coincidence, okay? And feel free to reach out. I basically respond to every single comment. And you can find me on Instagram, Facebook, and here. And my email address also down below as well. Don't feel, feel free to reach out, connect. I love you guys so much, and have a beautiful, beautiful weekend.